This is a Juneteenth video, and I'm not here to give you the 2-minute cute version or the PBS version. Shout out to PBS. But that's not what this is. I am not here to romanticize history because we do too much of that already. What I'm here to do and give you is the real thing that only a mama mystic who's been locked in with her ancestors for 10 years, okay? We cry together, we rise together, we grow together, we love together, we celebrate together, y'all, with my ancestors. I'm here to give you that version. I'm here to share with you and talk about Juneteenth as a healing history for our people, as remembrance technology, as a day of power. See, I kept running into these conversations about who Juneteenth belongs to. Some people saying it's just for Texans. Okay, shout out to Texans, Black Texans. Some people saying that the colors are wrong. And mind you, they are red, red, whites, and blue. And I get why people are asking if we should even celebrate at all. But I think we're missing a really important layer, and that is the spiritual layer. So this is the video you were looking for. This is for you. Juneteenth is Texas rooted, and it's Black Texan history. Absolutely. And it's Texan history. Galveston matters. Black Texans matter. The grandmother of Juneteenth and those in Texas who fought for this to become a national holiday matter. Their descendants matter to me too. But when Black people everywhere celebrate Juneteenth, we're not taking anything away from Texas. What we are saying is your ancestors, they matter to us too. What happened to them matters to us too. These are our ancestors, and what they survived is part of a larger story of what our people have survived on this land. And we are reminding them that they do not have to carry that memory alone, nor celebrate alone. We got you. We are here for you. So I'm here to share, most importantly, the spiritual truth underneath the history, because this is how history can heal us and why this day is a power day for every single one of my oh, sorry. Hold on, YouTube. And I'm here to share with you why this is a power day for all my folk, my kinfolk, my easy, my cousins, wherever you are Black today. I'm talking about you. Now, let me show you what this day is when we stop just treating this like a holiday. And hey, there's power in it being a federal holiday. But when we start treating it like remembrance technology, just like our ancestors did when they walked off that plantation, okay? And they decided, we going to remember this day. We ain't going to never let you forget what you did. Most importantly, we ain't going to never forget what we did, right? So this is my own personal reflection of why I believe Black people everywhere here can celebrate Juneteenth, right? Now, some of y'all might not have thought this celebration was for you. Maybe you heard it was just a Texas thing. Y'all know everything bigger in Texas. And maybe somebody told you that this wasn't your ancestors' story, but I want you to hear me right now. Right? This is how the colonizers' worldview, how their map lives inside of us in our mind. It's not that you mean any harm by it, right? You don't. But so let me come from the perspective of our ancestors. There are no Texas Black people and every other Black people. Right? We were on the same plantations of the different names, enduring the same violence and dehumanization, living and surviving in spite of. These are all of our ancestors. And when we celebrate this day, you're not only celebrating the ancestors from Galveston, Texas. Shout out to them and their descendants, our kinfolk. We are letting them know that they don't have to carry the pain alone. This is what makes this a power day for us and for them. So do not let this day today pass you by without tapping in some type of way. If you are Black in the United States, in the Americas, you have inherited a history you didn't choose. You didn't choose the land. You didn't choose the violence. You didn't choose what was taken either. But here we all are, and here you are, descended from people who endured the unsurvivable crimes against humanity and still found a way to build, to love, to celebrate. And that's not resilience we should ever take lightly. Let me tell y'all, spiritually, that is lineage alchemy. Lineage alchemy. That is ancestral power moving through your blood right now, whether you recognize it or not. But there's power in recognizing that. So I want to offer you this today, my spiritual reflection, 10 years of walking in right relationship with my ancestors as remembrance. And so my offering today for the collective, for the culture, my spiritual reflection, actively walking this journey for 10 years in right relationship with my ancestors. It has taught me the power of remembrance as technology, real technology. And Juneteenth, this day has been holding that technology the entire time. We just haven't been taught how to use it. Okay. Now, I want to say this, and I'm only going to say it once as a Black mystic whose work is one in the healing of Black people, right? And the elevation of Black people and in the future of Black consciousness. I'm telling you, this is my interpretation, my offering. What do they say? Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? But I will tell you, when I had started doing my research, right, and reading the firsthand accounts of what was happening, because I decided I didn't want to read no more books. Let me go see what they're saying in Texas. And I'll list two of the resources if I can remember them. But what I read was honestly blew my mind, right? The moment the order was read aloud on June 19th, 1865, a decision was made, not by the government, but by the people. And they did. Some had to wait out and make plans, but some dared and walked off of those plantations in the face of real threats. White folks in Galveston made it clear. Celebrate and they will have meet consequences. And this is just the history, y'all. I ain't making this up. Right? That's why it's important how you live and the legacy that you live in this life, because sometimes people are going to be talking about you after you leave and what you participated in. That's a little side quest right there. That's a little side gem. White folks in Galveston made it clear. Celebrate and there will be consequences. And there were. People were lynched. Entire communities were whipped. People were beaten. Grotesque violence was used to try and push the celebration, the freedom back, to hold it off. Because they wanted to keep them on those plantations, keep celebration in the shadows. And y'all, our ancestors celebrated anyway. They put that shit on, put on their finest. They gathered, they decorated, they cooked, they put their money together, bought land, made parks. I found that they had built a park called Emancipation Park, a literal physical space and place. So this remembrance had a home, a body, story, somewhere to live year after year. And that park exists because our people refuse to let this day be taken from them and to forget the cruelty. Now let's get into the food, So let me tell you some more interesting things I found in my research. Okay, Texans, first off, y'all been holding off on them hot tamales. I need a Texans recipe of hot tamales. I'm trying to make these this weekend, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. I found out that they made hot tamales. They drink the red drinks, the watermelon. Okay, that red drink. Because Black Texans made tamales. Hot tamales. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know. And I'm a desert babe right now. I didn't know. And not the masa tamales. No, cornmeal tamales. This is a part of their tradition, their land, their table. So if you didn't know that, this is some of the things that really did get buried. The red drink, the watermelon that we literally brought the seeds in our own hair here to this land. The gathering under trees, the gathering together in spite of. None of it was random. All of it is a part of the remembrance ritual. And it's not just their history. These are spiritual acts of remembrance. This is the part I want to share and kind of teach you as a mystic, how I see remembrance as not this concept, but the understanding behind it, what makes it technology. Juneteenth commemorates emancipation, which has its own meaning, right? And understanding. But the practice under the commemoration, the real practice, is the remembrance. Because when we break bread, when we celebrate, we are remembering those who survived. We are remembering those who resisted. We are remembering those who dreamed beyond what they could personally see. We're remembering the realness of freedom, not as an abstract thing, but something our ancestors fought for, risked for, walked toward, prayed for, died for, paid for. The healing lives inside of this. We don't celebrate because there was no grief and no pain. We celebrate because grief and gratitude can exist together, and they do. That's real life. That's the true story. We remember what is lost and what survived. Most importantly, what was carried forward all at the same damn time. This is how it becomes spiritual technology when you understand this day, not just a holiday. Because the opposite of remembrance is not forgetting the history, y'all. It is forgetting ourselves. These are our ancestors, and we are a part of them. Every time we gather, every time we eat, every time we call a name out loud, a waterway, a memory, we are bringing and activating our own selves back. We are saying to the Texan ancestors, you do not have to carry that pain alone. We see you. We are here. And right understanding is healing, y'all. Sometimes that is literally all you need to heal. Not anything complicated, just the truth received with love. This is the medicine I offer today. So let me bring in the colors. Let me get y'all tapped into the colors and why that flag is so important beyond it being based off of the American flag colors. Let's talk about it as a spiritual. You know, colors are frequencies, right? So my spiritual perspective on these Juneteenth colors, and I got them, and I got this hat for Texas, you know, red, white, and blue. We see these colors, right? And we immediately think the American flag, da da da. You can do this our holiday, so hushy. You can do that on July 4th. But let's set aside that for a moment because the flag itself has meaning, and I think it's beautiful. Actually, it made me think of Road Opener when they said the horizon, the new opportunities, the star for Texas, but that burst. But let's get into these colors because these are ancient. These have been with us wherever we set foot. It's almost like ancestral codes, these colors. Red is the root, the fire of the lineage, the will, the blood, and not just what was spilled, but the heat of it, the pulsing desire to live anyway. Red embodies the energy of the black flame, y'all. That's that primordial flame that never goes out. That black flame is what turns the grief into gold. When you drink that red drink, when you wear your red, when you see the red on the table, you are activating that ancestral fire within you. And you are honoring your will, their will that carried us through the unsurvivable, period. Now let's get into blue, okay? Because I think of mother, right? Because red is that the masculine. I think of father too, because all of us have both of these within us, okay? Blue is the river, mother, the water of remembrance. See, water is the first witness, right? It knew you and it knew this world before the colonizer renamed everything. Blue is the deep, cooling intelligence of our ancestors, their wisdom that survived, their wisdom that is your birthright. So when you drink water today, when you pour water today, when you visit the water today, when you see the water today, remember this. When you are at that river, you might even be fishing. But when you are in the water, you are saying, you wash away what empire left behind, what pain tried to imprison, and you restore what was always yours, what was ours. And white is the crown that we all have, the crown that connects us all of our spirits. White is the crown, the elevation after the grief, after the fire. It is illumination. Because after the grief, after the fire, is the clearing, is the clarity, is the light. White is the ancestors, and it represents those who have healed, who are at peace, who are standing right here with us right now in full radiance of the freedom they dreamed into existence. So when you see white today, when you wear white today, honor them because they made it. Most importantly, so did we. You feel what I'm saying? These colors aren't random. They are frequencies. And every time we put them on and we gather together, we are doing real, powerful ancestral work. But what makes it more powerful is when you understand why and you move and act and celebrate with that understanding. That's the power of intention, to direct that energy to transform. One day of joy, peace, celebration, and laughter can cover a multitude, 364 days of pain. I promise you that because I've lived it. But now, mind you, you don't have to take my word for it though, because I'm going to show you a practice that you can do, and you can tell me how you feel after when you tap into that power. All right, so today, here's what you can do before the day is over or this weekend. You can do this today, tomorrow, like do it whenever, okay? Because sometimes you have more power doing it on the day, but if you don't, just make sure you do it this weekend, okay? But before this day is over, for anyone who wants something to do today, remember you don't need no perfect altar. You don't have to have everything set up right. The power is in your intention. The power is in your heart and what is behind the reason why you're doing it, right? Your grandmama that swept the doorway, that put olive oil on the doors and the windows and prayed and blessed them every morning, that was ritual. Auntie that keeps up the picture frames or that keeps all the obituaries, that is remembrance. And it's been happening in our families for generations upon generations. We don't call it ritual. We don't call it ancestors. That's okay. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. So let's get into it. One of the most simplest things you can do when you get ready to break bread and you're eating, you can eat with intention. You can give gratitude because gratitude is a technology for honoring the good. So you can acknowledge and say out loud, I eat this in remembrance of my ancestors, known and unknown, the Texan ancestors, known and unknown. If you know a name, call it a name. I honor them. I am grateful to their existence and I remember them and I will never forget them and I send them love. I enjoy this meal just like they did. I laugh just like they did. You are not forgotten. Okay? That's simple. Anybody can do it. And boom, right there, remembrance technology activated within you. Because you're not just activating them, you're activating the part of them within you. Remember, we are never separate from our ancestors. Remember that. They are within us. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, okay, this is what you can do. That you can get a glass of water, okay? You can put your hand over your heart and over the glass while you have your hand on your heart, okay? And you're going to feel for your heartbeat, right? That is the drum and the wheel of your lineage to keep going. And take 3 deep breaths and then speak to them. Thank them. Tell them that you see them. Tell them that you see them. Tell them you are here because they endured. And then you can pour a little bit of this out into a plant, a little bit outside on the earth, as an act of remembrance and nourishment. Right? And as you pour, say, to my beautiful, loving, known and unknown ancestors, to the named and the unnamed, you are not forgotten. I am your living page. I am the future you dreamed of. And you can put your finger here and put a little bit here if you want to. You would take a little sip right? To internalize what you just spoke within you. And you can empty the rest of this outside or do whatever you want to with it. It's okay. You can just dispose of the rest down the sink, or you can just leave it on the table while you eat. Okay. Once you take that sip, right, you internalize what you just spoke and you sealed it. This is right relationship with your lineage. That's it. That's the whole thing. Simple, but potent. Most importantly, you can add on to this and turn this into your own remembrance ritual for Juneteenth. I want you to really hear me when I say this, okay? Tune in, kinfolk. Tune in. We do not celebrate Juneteenth because there was no grief, there was no pain. No. We celebrate because grief and gratitude can exist together. We remember what was lost. We remember what survived. We remember what was carried forward. The opposite of remembrance is not forgetting history, the details, y'all. It is forgetting ourselves. Juneteenth was never just a holiday, it was always about remembering. And that's so powerful because our ancestors from the motherland already have that concept in their culture. Sankofa. Go back and fetch it is to remember what you may have lost. Because to lose history is to what? Lose ourselves. Juneteenth was never just a holiday. It was always a remembrance ritual that our ancestors built. They built it that way before empire validated it and put a name on it. They were already gathering, already pouring out one, already celebrating in the face of everything that tried to destroy them. Because they understood something that, we're still learning. Right? Joy in the face of violence is a radical spiritual act, and it's one of the most radical acts there is. And now that's ours to carry forward, not just the burdens. And all of us, not just Texas, all of us. So thank you for spending some time with me today to learn the spiritual understanding, my spiritual understanding of Juneteenth. And may what I shared help you to activate that memory within you, to understand you come from resilient geniuses, worthy people who did so many things in spite of the challenges, the obstacles that they faced, that we still face in different ways today. And if they could do it then with less, you can do it now today with the more that we have. If this made you ting inside, if you felt something in your heart, the next step is building a real, living, loving relationship with your own ancestors. Okay, don't get scared now. Not just on Juneteenth, but every single day. I have a video that walks you through exactly what may be blocking that connection. Okay, because sometimes there are things that are blocking it. But most importantly, how to clear it. It's the next video coming up. Go watch it. If that's what you're looking for, I'll meet you over there. But before you leave, I love you. No matter where you are, I love you. Your ancestors love you. Happy Juneteenth, red, white, and blue. You sacred, never basic. Ashe. Amen. Shreem. Happy Juneteenth. This is our power day. Tap into that power. This is your birthright. And don't let anybody make you feel ashamed about it. Don't let anybody take that from you. Because my ancestors said it. Period. On my mama. Okay. Bye, y'all. And see you in the next video. Period. Now, who gonna slide me that Texan hot tamale recipe? Just slide it in my DMs, put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all eating, what y'all cooking, what y'all doing this Juneteenth. What wisdom do you got? What are you keeping in memories you are holding on to your ancestors? Give me all the tea. And if you enjoyed this video and videos like this, I love history, y'all. And I think history can be a healing tool for us, for my people, for the culture, for the world. Let me know. Okay. And most importantly, like, subscribe, and follow for more. Welcome to the universe of love, remembrance, and wisdom. Healing ain't an idea, it's real AF over here. And you are worthy of the gold in life, because you are the gold. You always were the gold. Even the gold can experience grief, but the gold is never the grief. Leave. Bye. May the wisdom shared here open new paths in your life. May your ancestors walk with you, right in front of you. And may your journey unfold with clarity, power, and happy Juneteenth. Love y'all and love you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Go eat, go enjoy, go remember, go thank. Pat yourself on the back. We made it. We are here now, and so are our ancestors. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Galveston, Texas. Our kinfolk, our cousins. We love you. Shout out to my granddaddy, Texan. Shout out to my friends who in Texas. I love y'all, and enjoy your day.